Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. GamePie, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is a little bit of a different game compared to most of the games that I usually play. This is Civilization Revolution for the Xbox 360. It's a nice little strategy game. Chances are most of you have probably heard of the Civilization series at some point. It is a very old series, usually found on the PC. But Civilization Revolution is a little bit of a simplified iteration of the series for more so to get people into the series, I'd say. And it's a game that I enjoy quite a bit. So, I'm going to be doing, I'd say probably 4 playthroughs of the game, generally, because there's 4 ways to win. And I'd like to show all of those off at some point or another. But yeah, basically what you do is you have your own little civilization and you grow. You start out with a single city, you make more cities, you get new technology, you fight with other nations, you make peace with other nations. It's some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, we're going to do play now. And I'm going to be playing as my favorite group, the Romans. In ancient times, you get half price for roads, so that allows you to build roads between your various cities and such. Half cost on wonders in the medieval period, and that's really useful. Because wonders are things like the Great Wall of China, or the Statue of Liberty, or, stuff like that. So, wonders are very expensive, they take a lot of materials to build, but if you do, they will have amazing effects for whatever city that's in, and often just your entire empire. So, being able to produce those at half the cost is ridiculously helpful. In the industrial period, there are more great people, and great people are people like Thomas Edison, or other people that did really good things during history, and they'll have really good effects as well. And then in the modern period, you have new cities have +1 population. It's not really that great, but it is something. They also have a decent unique unit, which is the Capharact. It's basically like an armored horse rider. Pretty good. And they start out with a code of laws, which is a...
of a new age. Our people have forsaken the nomadic ways of their fathers and have settled in a city. They look to you to guide them into the uncertain future. My liege, I believe that if we wish to survive, we must make our city strong, prosperous, and once we have grown, we must send settlers to build even more cities across the land. Cities are indeed the most powerful of all human creations, for it is only within cities that we can create the mighty armies needed to defend ourselves and to bring defeat to our foes. My liege, our fate is in your hands. Will we be a warlike people, striking fear into the hearts of other nations? Will we be peaceful and cultured, an advanced nation of philosophers and artists? Or will our wise men and scientists chart a course that will bring us into a glorious future of astounding science and unimagined technology? What will the future hold for us? Will we be yet another forgotten people, a mere footnote in the annals of history? Or will you prove to be the greatest ruler the world has ever known, and build for us a civilization for the ages, a civilization to stand the test of time? My liege, our people await your orders.
Alright, so here we have, this is actually a pretty good starting location here. But yeah, so we have settlers right now, and we need to decide where we want to found our city. Each square has a different effect. The tiles with the hammers on them are production, the tiles with apples are food, and the tiles in the water, that will either give you science or gold. And there are other kinds of tiles across the world. The world is randomly generated, and you're randomly put with 3 other nations that you'll essentially be competing against. Alright, so they're automatically going to build a warrior, and that's exactly what I want. Because the way that I start off the game is usually a little bit slowly. I'll get our warrior here, and then I'll get a second warrior. Alright, so now we have some science, and we can research something. Researching things allows you to build new units and new buildings, which can help in various ways. So all these are going to take 7 turns to complete. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and research the alphabet. Okay, so now we have a trio of warriors, and we can combine them to form an army. And it's basically just this unit is now 3 times as powerful, and that's really helpful. So now that we have our army, we're going to wait for a little bit longer until we have at least 1 more warrior to just keep home base at bay. Alright. And let's go ahead and grab bronze working. So now we have that guy. And now we're going to start moving these people around. Have these guys defend the city. And now we're going to start exploring with our pretty good warrior troop. Ah, here we go. So, you know, this is one advantage of exploring the world, is you'll be able to find various towns. And towns can do a lot of different things. And, so, you know, sometimes you'll find friendly towns and they'll just give you something. Other times you'll find barbarian villages, in which case you will go into a battle, and then you'll probably find something. Alright, so we found a grassland. By finding various natural landmarks, you can gain money that way. And money is pretty important in the game. Because, basically, if you're trying to build something... Oh. Alright, so here we have our neighbors. They're the Arabs. And we can go to war with them immediately, or we can just have peace. You know, I'm gonna have peace. This is not going to be the adventure wherein we fight everybody. That's not this time. Alright, so now we form this army. We're pretty good set up here. But let's go ahead and build something. A library. Up at the top, you can see a library costs 40 resources. If we build it, we'll generate twice as much science. And that'll be important. So it'll take 10 turns before they're able to build the library. But I think that we'll have time to spare in that regard. So let's try to continue heading over to where that barbarian village is. Oh, okay. We got that. Horseback riding, let's skip that for a little while now and grab pottery instead. Oh, well, okay, we discovered a forest, and now we get gold for that. Unfortunately, it appears that this is not a direction that we can actually go to reach that place over there. Because this is a dead end, And no, not everything is covered, but at that point it's getting to the point where it would take so long to go around to get up there that I don't think it would be worth it. So let's try to go the other way for a little bit. The game gets a lot more fast-paced as you go on, because eventually you get units that can move more than one space at a time. We'll have multiple towns that we can do all sorts of stuff with, and it'll be a good time. Okay, so yeah, that is actually the end of the island. We've kind of got these guys trapped down here. They can't really go anywhere by land, anyway, without going past us. Now, they could build boats. That is entirely possible. Yeah, it's literally impossible for them to go any further. So, we have gotten that. We could build a barracks. Our new units will be veterans. Veterans are offensive units that have been in battle multiple times. It gives them extra power. And, I mean, we can do that. There's nothing else that we can build. Oh, what about a wonder? We could build Stonehenge. Our temples will be 50% more effective. We don't have any temples right now, though. And let's see here. If we build the Colossus, trade will be doubled in this city. But that costs 100, so... You know, I think that for now, we'll just build a barracks. Because one thing you might have noticed there is that it is possible for your... Oh, alright, good. It's possible for your great wonders to become outdated, essentially. Once certain technologies are discovered, your... Oh, okay, so this is a thing. During times... various people will come and give you gifts. But it's actually not relevant at all. And your presence here is a little bit distressing, honestly. Please leave. I feel like I'm gonna have to go to war with these guys here in a little bit. Oh, okay, so we're in the medieval era. We still got our half-price roads ability, but now we've got half-cost wonders. And let's not save right now. Oh, and we got the stuff. Yay! Now we can build the Great Pyramid. Maybe we'll do that here in a little bit. And oh, the Mongols. This is actually looking pretty bad because both of our neighbors are war-based nations. Basically, certain groups are better at certain types of victory than other groups are. And both the ones that we've seen so far, their best is, well, killing everyone, basically. That's one way to win the game, is you fight everybody, and then you win. And if you beat everybody, you win. This looks like it could be a pretty good city. Yeah, I think I'll found the city there. It's a little bit close to our original one, but it'll do for now. It's got lots of construction potential. And that is really good. And I always name my first city Hamstertopia. That is a Mr. Game & Pie city name, that's for sure. Alright, so we're going to have these guys sit in here for right now. And we're going to have them build some archers. These are defensive units that will protect the city very effectively. What the hamster are you people doing down there? Alright, now we have horseback riding. We can get iron working. Iron working is pretty good. Okay, so now I have a great person. Depending on who the great person is, they can do various different things. This is a great builder, and he will reduce the cost of buildings by 50%. And honestly, with this guy, I want him to be in, can I really just not just... I want him to be here. Alright, so the Mongols are allies right now. They won't be able to attack that guy where he currently is. And, so yeah. Now, construction will take half as long as normal.